buenos dias, wake up. I'm the Cosmic in the house. Buenos dias. Love your soul, not your role. You already know where we listen twice and speak once. Come on in. Today's Transcendent Tuesday. Transcendent is to completely evolve without changing or going back. So it's a different meaning. Means more to me than just change. It means actual evolution. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, becoming self-disciplined, self-reliant. Well, self-loving. How's that? Let's just put it that way. Love your soul, not your role. You already know. Wake up. Come on in, say hello. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. So Transcendent Tuesday. I got motivational, little something, and I also have a quote for the day and a poem. So I hope you enjoy all three of them. I'm doing this for me as much as I'm doing it for you. So I hope you appreciate it. I do. So I get up early in the morning to do this, and I drive down the street. Kind of like work in a sense, right? It's kind of like my job before my job, right? But this one I enjoy. I enjoy my other job as well, but this one's more significant because it allows me to build, to share, to observe, and also to contribute. So there you go. That's what's important to me today and every day that I do this. As many as I can consistently. Weekends, I try not to do the weekends. Hello, come on in, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. However, I do have, I try not to do it on the weekends, but there are times when I have things on my mind that I need to disclose or to share. And sometimes I come on the weekends. Most of the time I'm walking or on my scooter, e-scoot, I like to call it, just sharing life experiences. Come on in, love your soul, not your role. You already know we listen twice and speak once. May knowledge fulfill you and wisdom guide you. So here we go. We got a couple people on. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You already bird. Try to be here every morning. Try to be here every morning. Of course, that depends on how the day prior to has gone, in terms of time with work and personal micro goals on a daily basis. So I'm going to split my screen. I'm going to do the affirmation first. How about that? How about that? Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Hit that notification bell. And buenos dias. All right, so this is a perfect day to shift your perspective and lean into the growth you've been working toward. What that is, that's, what have you been working to grow? What have you been working to make more significant, to make it more foundational? Okay, I am not the same person I was yesterday. Facts. You're not the same person. No one was the same person they were yesterday. Everyone tries to believe that, but there are things from yesterday's experiences that change the person you are mentally, emotionally, and things that you've seen, things that you've done, you're a different person every single day. Now, you may be the same in terms of, say, your physiology, right? And even sometimes that might change because, who knows? You might have, an accident or added something to yourself, right? But you're never the same person every day. I welcome the shifts happening within me, release the habits that no longer serve my future, and step boldly into the next level of my potential. So, this has got to be, inner workings of what habits can you identify that no longer serve you? So, and how can you eliminate them? How can you diminish them so that you can control them, so that you just have to be aware of what those are and then make that decision to conquer them, to control them, because it is you. You can control what you put in place for yourself, right? That can only happen through you. Today I choose growth over comfort. So today's the shift. Tuesday is often when the Monday adrenaline wears off, but this is true. We all know that. It's the day to prove your commitment to change. Transformation isn't just about adding new things. It's about letting go of old versions of yourself. Your intention, or the intention, is by choosing growth over comfort, you give yourself permission to do the hard things that lead to big results. And a lot of us, all right, this guy. A lot of us tend to be too comfortable, you know? And then when a challenge comes, we don't know how to face it. We don't know how to deal with it. We don't know how to incorporate it. More than anything is to incorporate it into your growth, other than making it seem like an extremely difficult challenge, something that you can implement, write down, and conquer. That's a good way of looking at it, I think. If I'm not, going a little bit too. So look at those things that make you uncomfortable and try to make it something that you can incorporate into learning, into growing about something that makes you uncomfortable. What is it that makes you uncomfortable? Some situations or some things may make you uncomfortable, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to be uncomfortable in that kind of situation. So you have to learn how to choose your thoughts and your responses accordingly. If you have to express that to the situation, verbally or whatever way, then it's got to be conducive to your future, to your present. Let's say that, because nobody's promised tomorrow, right? So give yourself permission to do the hard things that lead to big results. We all know what they are, and I've done that. Some things I'm not really tackling because I don't really have to, but I have tackled things that challenged me in terms of my comfortability. Living on the streets in my car was difficult. It made me uncomfortable, but I had to make decisions. I had to make choices, and when you get to a point where you're comfortable and then something happens, you're not going to be prepared to allow yourself to grow from that situation. So, not saying to be on survival mode all the time, but be comfortable with how you make decisions. Be comfortable with knowing that you're able to tackle these types of uncomfortable situations. If you're comfortable with that, then you should be good. All right, micro shifts. This is a good one. For your Tuesday, reframe a challenge. Instead of saying, I have to do this, try saying, I get to see how I handle this. I said this yesterday. Words are very powerful. Words are swords. It's a sword. Your tongue is a sword. Your thought, will drive you to do things. So, use the proper words, the proper terms to make yourself, to basically psych yourself into doing what needs to be done. So instead of saying, I got to do this today, I have to do this today, let me see how I handle this situation. Let me see, how I can grow, what I learn from this experience, and how can this assist me, with dealing with these type of situations, right? That's the best way to go. You have to be super aware all the time. Not hyper vigilant, not paranoid, but just aware of your thoughts, of how you choose to deal with things if you're trying to transcend into evolving from your own misguided, conditioned personality. That's what this is all about. Love your soul, not your role. You already know. Wake up. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician. I'm just a man that went through life, going through life, have some experiences, and some of the things I've written down and some of the things I believe that, I can share. So that's what I'm doing. Audit your energy. Identify one small habit like mindless scrolling and swap it for 1 minute of deep breathing. Celebrate small wins. Transformation or transcendence is a series of tiny victories. Acknowledge one thing you do well. Okay? Before noon. So something you do well before noon. So let's do some shoulder rolls if you're sitting up with me. Pick them up, go all the way back. This makes me feel good. This helps out. I like to switch back and forth. Wiggle them fingers. Do a little neck roll. Shoulder roll again. Oh, that feels good. All right, so I'm gonna go to the next one, which is, I think this is a quote. Let me see if okay, I got a quote for you guys, okay? All right, let me see. Here's one from Alan Watts. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. That's today's quote. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. And while you're doing all of this, you have to be aware, conscious of what you're doing, what's going on, what's the change, how can I flow with change and understand it, accept it, and then let it go, and then grow from that experience, because that's what this is all about. It's all about growing. It's all about learning. It's all about experience. So if you could do that, the only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. That's a quote from Alan Watts. And if you don't know who he does have videos on YouTube. I like watching him and listening to what he has to say. Totally different, unconditioned. Well, I wouldn't say unconditioned, because his information is still under a system. I always say, if you can build your own system, build your own system. Build your own understanding. Do your studying as much as you can, as much as you allow. But those things that are important to you and your transcendence while you're here. Cool. So there it is. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Cool? All right. So here's a poem. I'm going to read a poem real quick. It's only been not even 15 minutes. So please let me know if you like it. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You already wake up, wake up. Love your soul, not your role. Listen twice and speak once. May knowledge fulfill you and wisdom guide you. All right, this is labeled or titled The Midweek Metamorphosis. The week is young, the air is new, a Tuesday lens to change your view. The heavy weight of Monday's climb now softens into rhythm and rhyme. Growth is rarely a thunderous sound, but a quiet seed beneath the ground, breaking its shell to reach the light, trusting the sun after the night. Do not fear the shedding of the old, the stories told or plans on hold. For every leaf that falls away makes room for what you'll bloom today. Stand in the shift, embrace the grace. Run your own race at your own pace. Transformation is a choice you make in every breath and step you take. Woo! Did you like that one? That was a nice one. I like that. I'm going to read it again. Okay, this is a midweek metamorphosis. The week is young, the air is new, a Tuesday lens to change your view. The heavy weight of Monday's climb now softens into rhythm and rhyme. Growth is rarely a thunderous sound, but a quiet seed beneath the ground, breaking its shell to reach the light, trusting the sun after the night. Do not fear the shedding of the old, the stories told or plans on hold. For every leaf that falls away makes room for what you'll bloom today. Stand in the shift, embrace the grace. Run your own race at your own pace. Transformation or transcendence is a choice you make in every breath and step you take. Woo! Boom. So consistency in terms of reading this motivation, this quote is repetition, right? People learn, and people learn by repetition. Hello, hi, Alexander Perez. Hello. Go on and play as Robert Mal. What you talking about, brother? But hey, it's all good. That sounds good. Hey. Why is everyone yapping? Who's yapping? I think I'm the only one that's yapping. You mean texting? We want to have a community. That's why we're doing it. I don't understand what At Bob, you're yapping too. You just put you talk more than everybody else on here. But that's okay. Come on in, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. So Transcendent Tuesday. Yesterday was Majestic or Manifestation Monday. So these titles, right? So they're very important to me because it allows me to live my truth, right? I'm designing these days the way I want them to be. Now we all know what reality is, right? We all know that in spite of your you trying to do what you gotta do, things are gonna happen, but still continue. You're gonna fall, you're gonna slip, you're gonna lose hope, you're gonna lose, all that stuff's gonna happen. But if you love your soul unnatural and you listen to your soul, you will pull through. Guaranteed. This is guaranteed from my experiences, right? I'm not telling you stuff that I haven't gone through. Cancer, diabetes, childhood abuse, trauma. Listen, all of that. And I, in turn, became what was destroying me because I didn't know any other way. So I became all of that stuff. I became all the trauma. I became all the things that were happening to me. I was doing it. You understand that? You understand what I'm saying? I became that unwillingly. And once I realized, hold on, wait a minute, this is not me. I'm living, I had someone else's personality, which was my mother's. She's a narcissist. Right? And I was running around in relationships. I had all of my relationships were ruined because I didn't know, I didn't understand my own personality. I didn't spend enough time being, myself. I was always trying to serve others. I'm an empath. That's what they say. I don't like categorizing myself, but I would give you the shirt off my back, even if it was the last shirt on my back, even if I didn't like you. And I rarely don't like I don't not like people. I don't like people, but I don't walk around mad at them and, I say hi and hello. I'll help when I can, absolutely. So all of this to come here to this morning to let you know that these are the things why I'm doing this Love Your Soul Natural. Wake up. I think I've said that many a time, but today's Transcendence Tuesday. So for me to capitalize on my day, what my day is going to be, where my mindset is at is on transcendence today. So I capitalize early in the morning. So my day will be fulfilled with the knowledge and wisdom that I'm able to control just that alone. Everything else is everything else, right? What other people do, however, if it does affect me, then I got to deal with it. I got to try to, if it's uncomfortable, remember, it doesn't come if you're comfortable. If you have an obstacle or a challenge or something that throws you off kilter, then there's a lesson in that. Everything happens for a reason. There's a lesson in why you have this obstacle in front of you right now. How are you going to deal with this as opposed to how you used to react, what you used to that's what transcendence is. Are you able to utilize these tools that are available to you? Which I'm gonna try to I just really not. This is gonna be as much as I go. Maybe, if I can find a spot or some time to disclose or talk about some of the things that I studied, like I just talked about Manly P. Hall, Alan Watts, and a lot of other material that I read, but also books about emotion, how to express yourself. Is it important for you to do so in a situation with someone, to do that, to make them know how you feel? Is it not important? Is it okay enough for you to know that you feel this way because of some type of inept or underdeveloped portion of your personality that you're unable to express it due to trauma, due to to being conditioned to think that you're a certain type of personality, right? Are those things does that hinder you? There's a lot of research into self, and you can't do that. I don't think anyone can if you're constantly being bombarded with distractions. And some distractions are okay, right? Sometimes you gotta be like, yeah, listen, man, like I had enough of too much of this deep thinking, too much of this awareness. I just want to be. I get it. I get it. It happens. But don't lose sight of your own transcendence. Don't lose sight of your micro goals, macro goals. Don't lose sight of it. You know, and you're gonna have them days where, you know, or days, day, month, 2 year, who knows, where you're just gonna be living, existing to exist, doing what it do, and there's gonna be no thought behind it. That is completely understandable, right? I can see that. I've done it. But, you know, I'm at an age where every second counts, every minute counts, everything I think about, everything I do, everything, all my interactions, what I read, what I see, what I hear, all of it counts. Because I'm at the end, right? And again, like I said, I'm not coming back to this place. And if I do, there's gonna be hell to pay, right? I'm not coming back to la terra firme. No lo voy a hacer. I'm done. Once I understand all the, because if you're trying to get out of a system, then you have to study that system, know that system. But if you realize that that system was made and it has nothing to do with you, then that system is null and void. You get me? Right? Where did you come from when you got here? You don't know. You don't know where you came from. Right? You don't know how your energy was generated, where it was before you got here. Because you were somewhere. We all were somewhere. I guarantee you that. And when you dream, you try to go back. When you astral plane, woo! I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but that's some serious stuff. It's a lot of fun too. I've done it on purpose more than once. So when you begin to have that inner transcendence, right? You begin to see things differently, of course. You begin to hear things differently. You begin to speak differently. You begin to feel differently because you have that understanding of self-worth, of self-knowledge, of inner peace. You know, no matter where, you're going to want to protect all of that everywhere you go. Whoever you talk to, whatever you do, it's going to be something that, and that's precious. That's the most precious thing to me, is being able to hold on to those, you know, transcendent moments and be able to reflect that you were capable of doing that you were capable of transcending, and then being able to acknowledge that transcendence, being able to give yourself the love that you deserve for doing that, right? For giving yourself those small micro accomplishments toward inner peace, understanding, mental health, emotional stability, soulful foundation. And not everyone gets there, and not everyone wants to be there. Not everybody cares. But if you do, about your experience here, and where you have the control to take yourself where you want to go internally, right? And all that internal expression will express itself externally the more you apply these, you know, the teachings that are being given to you. Let's say it like that. Because if you're seeking teachings, that's great. However, there is a greater purpose when you seek teachings that are outside of the conditioned teachings that are given to you, right? So that's even being aware of that is great. It's like, definitely I've been given this inspiration or this desire to learn this. There's something behind that, right? There's not just you picking up something. What's that? I don't know why something happened here just now. Anywho, there you go. Day by day, moment by moment, minute by minute, second by second, stay planted in your truth. Share your truth, because there's nothing more powerful than sharing your truth to people around you, that because it could be something that can help them. You know, if it's something that's for growth, that is conducive to you and your environment, your community, the people around you, everyone's gonna benefit from that. Now, me, I can't really involve myself too much with, you know, communities, because I give too much. I'll end up giving so much that I'll end up let's just put it like this, I'll end up with nothing, because I give everything. So what one of my transcendent moments was I needed to begin to give myself everything, and whatever I had that was available, that wasn't detrimental to me, then I can share. Like my time. If me being here at 7 o'clock in the morning doing this were detrimental to me in any way, then I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, right? Like if I was tired, whatever type of situation it might have happened, right? I wouldn't do it. But prior to me transcending into being this person that really truly cares about myself, because I had to learn that on my own. Nobody taught me how to care about myself. Nobody even cared enough about me to tell me, hey man, you should do this for yourself, or nobody. They were all just take. But I'm still here. I'm still complete. I'm still finding a way. And that's the best thing about I say just being alive is finding the way. Find the way. Once you find that way, there's nothing can take you away from it. Nothing can break you from that connection to what you guys call God, which is yourself. Nothing can sever that connection. Because the moment I'm telling you, because I'm doing this every day. I'm not saying it just to be saying it. I'm not. I cut people off like this in an instant. The moment I wasn't like that before. I said, give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, maybe they, you know, let me help them out. You know, nah, not anymore. No. In my transcendence shows that if I care about myself and I truly want to help this individual and I'm able to, I'm gonna do it. But the moment I see what they call red flags in just regular people, right? Whatever. That's a wrap for me. I'm not going any further than that. I'm not gonna sacrifice it. I'm not gonna talk about it. No, it's just a no for me. You understand? And that is protecting myself. And now it's coming naturally. Like me separating myself from that, it just comes naturally. And before, it would be like, man, I shouldn't do that. That's not cool. That's not nice. But listen, I didn't make that situation happen. Whoever was there was the person that did it, or whatever. They're the ones that, you know, let me see what the true intention was. That wasn't for me. So and right now it's like it's automatic, and I appreciate it very much, because I know that I'm listening to my soul. I know that I'm listening to what people call intuition. Like, yeah, you know, that wasn't, you know, did you hear that right? Did you see that right? You know, was that correct? No? Okay, done with that one. Even going places. Certain places I see something happen, I'll leave and never go back. Because I'm not living my life to place myself at this point in time in situations and circumstances that I'm uncomfortable with, because I was the one that initiated that interaction, right? And I'm not saying I'm running from it. I'm just saying I'm aware of the feeling, of the thought that is not conducive to my growth at that moment, or at that situation, or at that place, or in my mind even. I shut it down quick. Don't have a problem with it. Don't think about it the next day. It's not an issue because because it was blocked off. It was for a reason. It was a reason that I did that I said no, that I didn't want to interact, that I didn't. And that reason was self-love. There was no other reason other than that. And that means that I'm listening to what everyone likes to call intuition, which is just your soul. Your soul will never, never let you down. It will never let you down. All you got to do is listen. That's all you got to do. Be a listener. Listen to yourself first. Make your decisions because of your self-awareness. And that's the best feeling, is to be able to know that you're able to control that which ails you, that which supposedly puts you in a position where you feel inadequate, you feel not whole. So anyway, love you so natural. You already know. Wake up, wake up. Marty, I hope you guys have a great Transcendent Tuesday. May knowledge fulfill you. May wisdom guide you. Thank you so much for coming in. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's see if we can do this on Wisdom Wednesday. One love. See you on the next one.